Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
2nd and 5 now. Brady looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And some space here. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Brady now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. The Buccaneers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Brady. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Fournette once more on second down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's the game of 3. Brings up third and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Brady. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Brady going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady caught on the slant. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
from the 29. Rodgers trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Akeem Hicks, he would not be denied there. He sticks him for the loss.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Boy, that... Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Green Bay need to get Aaron Rodgers some help at receiver, and they did so by picking Christian Watson 34th overall. That's the earliest they've taken a receiver since 2002. Watson has some NFL bloodlines as well. His dad, Tim, was also drafted by the Packers, and you know his father's very proud watching him pick up that first down there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as they have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Buccaneers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. That's complete. Bernard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Up the gut, Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll... Ball here, first down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Rodgers now to throw.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow,
touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Crosby with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
At the 16-yard line.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jones is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Next to score, Packers 49, Buccaneers 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, now Brady. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Inside handoff now to Fournette.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 quarters in the books. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Giovanni Bernard. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point try now for Suckup. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Off the option, it's Jones.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
That's complete to Dobbs.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Brady to his tight end, Brate, for the Tampa Bay first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Now a play fake. Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 79 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it again with Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. Brings up second down.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Brady to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Taking it about the 16. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Leonard Fournette. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Green Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.